Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, October 14th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is my yin gives my yang the power to expand. And today we have Venus shifting into Libra. That's going to be one of the big things, but I think the thing that we will be feeling most is the building opposition between Mercury and Uranus. That's very electrical in nature. I mentioned it yesterday, and when Mercury and Uranus interact, it can bring a feeling almost of Mercury retrograde. It can bring up that kind of mischief, electronic problems can come up, communications, missed opportunities, miscommunications, like I just said, that can really come up with this. Now, it's also interesting that as we're building into this Mercury opposite Uranus thing, which is happening actually tomorrow at like 12:51 a.m., so sleep may be a little interrupted with like electrical energy, monkey mind energy. Sleep could be very interesting. Could be also interrupted with just ideas streaming in. But the interesting thing, so that's very electrical in nature. We also have a grand trine in fire going on right now with the moon in Leo connecting to Uranus energy and connecting into Saturn in Sagittarius energy. So fire and electricity is a very interesting thing. You may find yourself feeling a little, I don't know what happens when you connect fire and electricity. What's the right word? Spiky. Energy spiky, a little reactive, kind of like when you hit those little, when you jump a battery, I don't know what those things are called, the jumper cables. When you hit those and they kind of like leave the sparks, it could be like that for you. So just pay attention, show up for yourself, love on yourself, nurture yourself through this, and realize that other people are also feeling the spikiness and they may not have the consciousness to know, oh, this is some Mercury-Uranus action. We'll get more into that. But let's get into this Venus in Libra thing, because this is just very interesting timing. So Venus is shifting into Libra. Venus will be hanging out in Libra through November 7th. So it's a relatively short transit moving through. And I was sitting here thinking about, what's the topic to focus on with this, And we just had Jupiter leave the sign of Libra. And with Jupiter in Libra, we really were working the self-love process. And so, of course, Venus in Libra will bring forth the self-love process. Of course, this is an opportunity to work on our worth. This is a really great time to get to know our yin energy, whether you are male, female, wherever you find yourself on the spectrum, we all have yin energy. And it's just interesting. I do have these cards, the patience card, which just has this womb focus, and the nothingness, which I have to say, this was actually my card. I have the Osho app on my phone because I like the app to pull me cards, because that way it's like, okay, this is not influenced by me. This is the app saying this is your card, and this is my card today. And that's actually what I associated it with, was the power, the creativity, the everythingness, which is the nothingness, the space of all possibility that is the womb. And so there definitely can be an emphasis on that energy with Venus into Libra, but another message came through, and I really, really like this. And it was the message of relationship. Now, I have been focusing through the scopes on the self, healing the self, bringing the self into balance, and that is of the utmost importance. However, there are times that relationships outside of ourselves do throw us off balance, and so this is a time where you, through loving yourself, may bring healing into relationships outside of yourself. It could be love relationships, this could be friend relationships, this could be business relationships, this could be, all kinds of different things. But this might be something to look at, what do you maybe need to bring some feminine TLC, tender love and care to, in order to bring some healing and bring some balance and maybe bring a little bit more beauty back into the world. It's one of the things that I think is really interesting. I really would like to see peace in the world, but I also see, when it's so easy for conscious people, light workers, you know, people who promote love and peace to be fighting. Maybe there's some more work we have to do on ourselves, and maybe we need to find the peace and love in these, you know, relationships before we can bring peace to the rest of the world. So this to me is an opportunity to use this Venus power, just, you know, basically through 3 weeks of this, to find some balance in this way. Of course, be harmonious to yourself. Of course, be true to yourself. Of course, let it come from that loving core and that knowing your worth core. But that could be a really powerful thing to see, like even just intention. I intend through this transit to bring peace and harmony to my relationships, and just see what comes about and what happens in and through this. And like I said, it's very interesting with the energy today, as it is a little bit spiky. Speaking of peace, speaking of healing, we have Mercury. Mercury is doing like a lot. Mercury's like, I'm peeking my head and all these things. Mercury, as it's building to this connection with Uranus, Mercury is also connecting to Chiron. And so this may be some healing that goes on in relationships through communication. This may be tying up some old loose cords. Oh, I love this. Look at these cards that I have. I have the Thunderbolt. Something old. It's an old event. This is how I've been reading the Thunderbolt in reverse. It's like the poop already hit the fan, you know? Like you already went through that stuff. You've already even cultivated the new vision that you want. You've cultivated a new perspective. Now it's time to get busy, take a step, take a healing step in the direction of your dreams, but taking it from this feminine perspective. Let the feminine lead the way. So healing communications may happen. This is 25 degrees, that's a 7, so it's really honoring the divine flow with this. Let's see, the sun is connecting to the moon. The sun is sextile the moon, moon in Leo connecting us to our heart. So much heart energy available to us in and through this. And again, sun in Libra. Connect that sun energy to your heart. Let it light you up. Let that energy light you up. And again, see from that self-love place where you end up going with this energy. Let's see. Moon is connecting to Saturn, continuously looking at your beliefs, looking at the beliefs that you're holding around love. Just interestingly, I do have from the Soulful Woman, I have the heart healing card. And it says, my courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and a deeper relationship with myself. But I think sometimes part of heart healing is realizing that we have some beliefs about love and relationships in our minds, and we want our heart to believe these things. Or we be like, heart, like you have to live this way. And heart's like, this doesn't really work for me. This might be part of this little shift with the moon connecting to Saturn. Can you show up in another way? Can you maybe look at these beliefs that you're carrying? Do they still work for you? Are they allowing you to live your best life possible? Just always good to ask yourself questions. It could be yes or no. I'm not telling you what the answer has to be. I mean, everybody's different, but look at that. Just explore it. See what comes up. Like I said, Mercury getting busy. Mercury is connecting to the moon. I actually think, you know, besides the spiky energy that's around, this also could be like really fun. It almost has like a festival-y feel. Like Electric Pixie Festival or something. It could be a fun evening out too, a fun evening connecting with friends, connecting with people who you do connect with. You know, tune in to what you need for this evening, but just be aware of that oppositions that's coming up, that if you are having a fun night out and somebody doesn't understand you, yeah, Mercury, Uranus, you know, they may be having a tug of war moment. I also want to mention there's so much healing going on, I feel right now. Mars and Chiron are going to be opposing each other tomorrow. And the energy mantra today is, my yin gives the yang the power to expand. It could be vice versa. It could be my yang gives my yin the power to expand, because it does work both ways. But I do feel like the yin energy feels very strong right now. It's so strong right now. And I feel like as Mars is coming into this opposition with Chiron, there is some yang healing that is going on. And so it might be about this yin holding this powerful energy, this powerful space, this powerful place of like nothingness and chaos in order to bring forth the healing, to heal from whatever this past event was, you know, so that this new vision can come into play. So let's finish up with this last card. Heart healing, and I'm going to read some of it because I like it. My courageous journey, I said courageous, like hero with aegis on it. My courageous journey of healing leads me along a path of self-love and empowerment. It initiates higher levels of personal awakening within me and deepens my relationship with myself. With compassion for myself and a thoughtful attitude towards what hurt me, I'm ready to help heal any hurts in my heart. Keeping my heart healthy and open is a priority for me. Through the work of heart healing, I learned to listen more deeply to my intuition, feelings, and instincts. I discover what I need to do to honor and care for my body, mind, and spirit. I become more attuned in my inner soul prompts. In the course of healing my heart, I may even discover a new direction in life, guided by new knowledge of myself, both the dark and the light sides of me. My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and a deeper relationship with myself. So, pay attention to this upcoming opposition. You know, notice the spikiness, notice the fieriness that's up. Honor that within yourself. Use it in a creative manner. This could be highly creative. Use it to like help propel you deeper onto your soul path, but don't use it against somebody. We don't need to be like shooting lightning bolts at anybody at this time. Nobody needs to get hit by a lightning bolt, for the most part. All right, so that's it for today. There's enough love in the world for you. Book a reading if you want to dive deeper into your personal chart, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.